You need sound, eh?
Your team needs to keep copying and pasting the same messages over and over, scrolling endlessly to find the right chats and forgetting to follow up with customers. We understand how frustrating it can be. We believe customer service using WhatsApp should be easier. That's why we came up with Yes Hello, a cloud CRM built for WhatsApp customer service. Yes Hello lets your team manage all of your WhatsApp conversations in one place. Yes Hello makes it super simple to manage your customer relationships with a shared team inbox, automatic assignment of new clients, automatic follow-up and reminders, client grouping, tracking, reporting, and activity logging, text snippet shortcuts, shareable files, chat box automation, bulk sending, and even personalized message templates that you can send in 2 clicks without typing or copying and pasting needed. Customer service using WhatsApp has never been easier. When your customer service team has the tools and support they need to be successful, they'll give your customers a significantly better experience. So what are you waiting for? Try Yes Hello for free. Sign up now at yeshello.chat.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Hi, this is the second episode of the podcast, Building Meaningful Connections in Business. So my name is Nini Chong, and I am the Chief Communications and Partnership at Yes Hello. I have with me here today my CEO at Yes Hello, Khalif Rizal Khalil, as well as our special guest for today, Ruben from Beyond 4. So I'm excited, right, with the conversation today, simply because Ruben has been instrumental in the scaling activity of Yes Hello. So Yes Hello have a big year ahead of us, and we will be talking more about it. I think I shouldn't talk too much, right, in the introduction. But what I would like to do first is let Khalif introduce himself, as well as what is Yes Hello. But sikit saja, jangan too much, okay, Khalif? Sikit saja dulu. We'll reveal more later.
Okay, thank you so much, Nini. Yes, hi, Ruben. I'm excited for today. Yes, my name is Khalif, founder and CEO. Yes, hello. So, Yes, hello. We want to help small businesses with this new world of chat, messaging, and selling. So, the world has shifted with, people going through the lockdown. Our customers now, they want different type of service. They want to they want to communicate on chat, on WhatsApp, on Messenger, and they want it fast, right? So the challenge with a lot of SMEs, small businesses that want to create relationships with their customers, is finding it a little bit tough. Oh, how do we do this? How do we do that? What is the tools? So that's what we help. We help SMEs, small businesses, to streamline their sales so that you can do selling on chat, customer service on chat, get everything streamlined, so we as the entrepreneur can focus on what we do best, growing the business and making an impact to the world. So that's what we do in the short form lah. Details of it, of course, we do a lot more. I can talk about it for hours and hours. Back to you, Nini.
Thank you, Khalif. So I guess, one big characteristic of a founder, right? You know that the founder has what will bring him to success later on, right, is the passion. Can you see or can you hear how passionate Khalif is talking about Yes Hello, right? So yeah, now I'm excited to hear, and I know that many people are excited to hear from Ruben as well. Ruben is the CEO of Beyond 4. Ruben, would you like to introduce yourself? Plus, what is exciting right now for you? I know that you just came back from your morning run. What's exciting for you and Beyond 4 or Chicago, Ruben?
Well, hi, my name is Ruben. Good morning, everybody. So what we do is we do a bit of a lot of things. Beyond 4, as you mentioned, is an ecosystem accelerator. So we, in a nutshell, we take a startup, we make sure that the startup goes all the way towards raising funds, a lot of revenue, making sure they're good, get funded, and they scale and exit. So that's what we do. We specialize in. We also do on Decago level. Decago owns Beyond4. And Decago also owns a list of other companies as well. So that's our holding company. Beyond4 is our go-to company for the market, for the ecosystem building, for talent and startups together for Malaysia and Asia.
Okay, so that is about you and Beyond4 as well as Decago. But what's exciting?
Correct.
Anything that other people don't know but is exciting and is happening in your life right now, Ruben, that you would like to share with us?
Exciting. There's a lot of things happening exciting this year. A lot of things. One of it is we are going to help to fundraise Yes Hello. One of it.
Yeah. That's right.
That's so you are our first pilot test for the phase 2 actually. Brave enough to come on board with us to go and fundraise together. That's the one. So last year we've done about 106 startups from May onwards, May, June. We've got the startups in, we've got them incubated, we've accelerated them, we teach them, we fed them, and all the stuff we did. So this year we are looking at how can we double the numbers from that 100. Can we do 200 this year? Can we do 100? Can we bring in those startups that fundraise into other countries as well? Can we do a Beyond4? We have a Beyond4 Singapore. We're going to launch it in about 3 months' time. We already got a few partners lined up for that. Government from Malaysia, government from Singapore as well on board together for it. We're going to do the papers. Can we bring those startups from Malaysia into Singapore? Because to raise funds and to get the best of the minds and the best of the funds are in Singapore, actually, it's in Singapore. So can we do that? Can we also bring those startups to be scaling into Indonesia? So we're going to open up a Beyond4 Indonesia, hopefully by year end or early next year. So we've got 3 Beyond4s around this region itself. So can we rotate those startups to fundraise in Singapore, to test in Malaysia, and to expand in Indonesia? Can we build that sequence or model? So yeah, it's pretty exciting what we're trying to do. We are trying to see, can we build a model around these 3 countries? Is the test beds are no longer clients, but countries, the test beds. Then can we do it? And we take the strengths of each country and put it towards the startup. That's the idea.
Nice one, Ruben. Khalif, are you excited already? I know that what Ruben is saying is that we are the pilot, right? Yes Hello is the pilot.
You are the guinea pigs.
Yeah, the guinea pigs. But, right, looking at a different perspective is that because this is your pilot, you really want it to be the best, right? So that there is traction, there's proven track record, and this is what Beyond4 is able to do. So I'm super excited for that. And
it's also the first for pilot. The pilot for Beyond4 and a pilot for Pahang as well. The whole of Pahang.
Nice one.
Yeah, and that's how actually we met Ruben, right? So one of my co-founders is from Pahang, and then you know how accelerators are the last few years. We need all the help we can get. So I asked my team, hey, any accelerator that you guys see, let's go and apply. So we applied, and then we got accepted for the Pahang accelerator. And when we went in, that's when it was Beyond4 who was managing it. So for I think 3.5 months, 4 months, it was talking about business model, how to do marketing. Almost every other week we met. So you and your team, Nash and the Tigers and all. So it's great. We managed to go into the finals, and that was the first time I met you, Ruben, right? Inside the finals, doing a pitch. And we got second runner-up, 3rd place. And so those who were in the finals, then you came invited. Guys, as the finalists, let's take you to the phase 2. So what's phase 2? What's going on, right? And Ruben you brought me to your Decago office. We sat in, I think there was like 10 of us. And you laid it out. So you guys are the guinea pigs. You're the first ones, but this is where we want to get you to. I want you to follow exactly what I did. So Ruben said, he mapped it out. This is what Ruben did himself with Beyond4, with his past company and whatever. And we raised, and we want you to do exactly the same. And I was like, oh, this is actually quite cool. Okay, let's do it. So I think that was a few months ago. And we are at the, 1 or 2 days to actually going pre-live, and super excited, man. And also super, I appreciate I'm very thankful that you have confidence in us and the team. Thanks, man.
Of course, all the way, all the way.
Yay. So thank you so much, gentlemen. That was an awesome introduction. Before we continue the conversation, I just would like to do a little housekeeping for people who are watching. If you are watching live on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Telegram right now, please share this live stream, because as Ruben are sharing more, as Khalif are sharing more about Yes Hello, right? I think that you will be learning lots and lots, especially if you are a founder or co-founder of a startup. All right. So a little housekeeping. What is Yes Hello? Yes Hello is a business communication enabler to build meaningful connections. So there is internal connection as well as external connections, internal connections with your team, external connections with your customers or your clients. What we have in store for you is that we have just launched Masterclass Sell by Chat, and how you are able to use that to build meaningful business connections with your customers. It happens every Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. You are able to register, and it's free through the link in the comment area. All right. And next is okay, so we are also giving you a free Yes Hello subscription. Again, right, it is free for you to try out Yes Hello. What is it all about? And we have the team who will be hand-holding you in your journey of having Yes Hello as a business tool. All right. And then I also would like to invite you to be part of our Yes Hello Meaningful Connection Circle on Telegram group, where we will be putting in customer service articles, information, where Khalif will be contributing, information, how you are able to use Sell by Chat in your company and boost your sales and revenue at the same time. And also, we will be going pre-live, like in a few days' time, with our ECF that is supported or powered by Beyond4 as well as Pitchin. So you are able to scan this code right now. You can post later the replay and scan this code and register your interest, right? I would like to know, I would like to be part of Yes Hello. This is the form that you would like to do. All right, so that's all. Let's continue with the conversation. I guess, Ruben, we'll start with you again first. Ken, huh? Okay. So the topic for today is scaling impact and growth, right, Ruben? And, behind the scene just now, before we start the live stream, this podcast, Khalif was asking you so many questions. And there were so many times Khalif and I went, wow, right? And you're one of the youngest public listed director in Malaysia. Is it in Malaysia?
No, I mean, I'm not publicist director. I was a part of a subsidiary of I was a publicist own company director at the age of 30. Yes, let me rephrase that properly. Yes.
Nice one.
So you don't want SC coming. You don't want SC coming after me after this, or Bursa.
Okay. Ruben, would you like to share? Maybe you want to share a little, in terms of impact, in terms of growth. I know that maybe, for some people, it's a little bit uncomfortable for you to speak about, the impact that you have created. But I believe this. I believe that as we are contributing impact to whatever ecosystem that we are passionate about, we are able to create impact for ourselves as well, right? You want to speak a little bit about that?
I mean, creating impact is really important. For what I've been doing from all these years is always been impactful. I mean, business that we involve are impactful. For example, during the early years, our training companies were impacting in terms of training people, those who have no jobs, those who are retrenched. We upskill them, we train them, they're getting certified, and we get them a job as well. So we get them a job, especially for those on B40. You don't help them, but you help your whole family. Your whole family becomes better. So I have this story about one of my students who came on board. Really poor family from the B40 side. We got him a grant. We got him a program in. We trained him up on SCP certification. Once he's done, he passed the paper. And then we got him a job in one of the SAP consulting firms. A few years later, he went to overseas, he came back, then he worked in a few other companies. Today, he's earning at least about 5 digits. Today, at least after 7-8 years. So because of that impactful moment that he had, he's now able to probably provide better for his family, for his parents, able to grow, send his kids to school, kind of stuff. So we kind of, so that's one story. We've done about close to about 20,000 of them, plus minus over the past 15 years. We've done.
Wow. So this is under KnowledgeCom, right? KnowledgeCom is so it's what, education company, upskilling company.
Education and upskilling company under the Cargo, one of the companies. So that's where I started at. That's where we started at first.
Yes.
So,
okay. That's I want to touch on this, right? I know we touched a little bit on that earlier, and this is super interesting for me. And I think a lot of people who are watching, who are entrepreneurs, will want to know, right? How did you manage to first, at 26 years old, suddenly go into this company as a staff? After a couple of years, become the GM and then become the owner and then turn around this company and then somebody else. And then you managed to do M&A and then became this huge thing, right? So tell me a little bit about that. How did you get started? Because I want to also ask, how did you manage to get the owner to give you the company, right? So maybe start with how did you get started?
No, I started at the age of 23 actually. At the age of 23. So from at 23, 24, 25, I started as a sales guy. So I was an engineer. I had a degree in engineering, E&C. I'm actually an engineer by profession. But when I became an engineer, like many Malaysians out there, when I came out, I was unemployed. I couldn't get a job. You see? So I know the pain of a person getting a degree and being unemployed for the longest of the time. So because I was unemployed, I decided doing a lot of gig jobs. I was doing freelancing this. I was selling programs carrying all these things on how to sell, how to speak English, how to write English. I was doing all this freelancing work and everything and all until I landed my first job as a salesperson, which is the company, a salesperson. So as a salesperson, the past 3 years, apparently I could do sales, apparently. So I could do sales. I brought in the deals and the stuff and everything and all. So I rose up the ranks. But what happened was I was just a salesperson in the company. I went on to GM and the company wasn't doing that great as well. We had a huge amount of debts in the company. We had about 1.6 million of debts.
But this was you were a staff at this time, and then you already kind of knew that the company was not doing well. But you as a salesperson was doing great. You went to become a GM, right?
Yes.
So and that's the amazing thing. How did you get from becoming a GM to suddenly at 26 or however old you were to have the guts, or I would say to just to have the balls to tell the owner of this huge company to say, hey, trust me, and then I can turn this company around, right? Maybe tell me about that. That is very interesting for me.
I mean, I guess I look at it at this point. I was young and probably a bit of dumb as well. I would say I was young, but in your age of 26, you can afford to do mistakes. So I always thought to myself, I mean, I'm 26 years old. If I ever do a mistake in this kind of a bit, I can always go back and get an employment somewhere at the age of 30 years old or 31 years old or 28. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to lose the age, the time factor only. But the longer I sit and dwell on it, I'm going to get older. My risks go up higher, you see, the longer I think about it. So I told myself, rather than thinking about it and doing it, and I'm a bit more stabilized at the age of 35 or 40, becoming a business owner, might as well I do it early so that I can afford to make the mistakes, which I knew I was going to make it. Might as well I do it early. So that was my logic, thought process at that time. But and that was the one that said, fine, I'm going to gain time more than lose time. So I went on board, told the guys, told the owners, they were okay. They took the risk. They said fine. So think of it this way: it's a startup that was had a losses of 1.6 million, and we owed everybody, including the EPF, including the Soxo guys. We owed everyone. We owed everyone cash, and that was a startup that we went in. They gave me a seed money of 200,000 because I had to move the office. So I shifted the office with the 200,000 seed money, blew the money within a month, had $600 in a bank account with a 1.6 million debt, that's how I started my startup journey from that point.
Wow. Okay, so what was the thing that you did with 600 ringgit inside the bank that managed to turn it around? Was it a strategy? Was it a partnership? What was it that turned it around for you?
I guess basically it was more or less, I mean, I was good at doing sales at that point. I mean, at that point, you only had $600 in your bank account. The only thing you're going to have to do is you're going to go out there and sell something. So we had a small team of 7 hours, I guess, 7 or 6 hours, somewhere there. We had a small team of 7. I just went out and just did the sales. Didn't take any salary because obviously there's not enough money to pay myself and anybody else. So we had to make sure that at least the staff get paid first.
But you got shares into the company lah. So the owners gave you shares to the company.
Oh. I did. I just took it as a test pilot. I mean, for me, it's always simple. I mean, you don't ask something for a share or something until you prove yourself, until you do something yourself. You see? So it's not about. So I always thought that might as well I do it because it's a learning ground and I want to prove something. So I went and did it. Did the whole thing. Got it turned around. In 3 years, managed to clear the debt of 1.6, made a profit of 1 million. So technically, we made 2.6 in maths lah, in mathematically lah, paying back and getting it up. Sold. By then, I bought 40% of the company of the shares of Knowledge Corp. I was the owner of 40%. I bought as well, and then we sold it to a listed company, and we gave back the owners at least about 4 to 5x. I gave them back. No more than that, actually. They got back.
Nice one. And I guess, Ruben,
in 3
right?
years.
I guess, I don't know whether you would agree with this, right? But I feel that sales is always an awesome background, right, to have.
Yeah. So
did you think that it helped you?
It does. I mean, in reality, any startups that I'm talking to now, and everything I'm saying, as much as your product is the most super product in the world and the whole works, sales is the most important. How are you going to close the sales? And I'm talking about the best sales to do is always been the B2B and to B2G. The B2B to B2G is a very untapped market for a lot of startups. They always look at the B2C market. They always look at that angle and that stuff. But if moving into the B2B to B2C gives you a lot of stability in terms of your income, in terms of your portfolio, in terms of your companies. So if you look at it in a nutshell, the B2C market is very, very crowded. Very services, a lot of people out there and stuff. It's easy to acquire customers and users on board. Retaining them is a different question altogether. But for a B2B or a B2G, process is longer, it's harder. But once you get in there, you stay there for a longer time period. See? So that's when you create a sustainable income. So we went on a model of a B2B and a B2G. So that's where we pushed the sales part of it. And that's how we grew ourselves out of the 1.6 to the profit. Made a couple of exits for the owners, and then continued to stay on for the group for the next 8 years. And we did about 700% growth.
Wow. I want to touch a little bit on the B2G after this, right? But because since you touched on that, I think that's a great topic to get on. But let's also continue with what you just said and this story. So this story of now you went in as this young dude. Now you are 30 plus and you got bought over by another big company. So now you're a director in this other huge company, right? Maybe touch a little bit on that. What was the experience now being acquired, now in a big company, and what were your goals then, and what did you want to get to now that you're playing this bigger game?
I mean, at that point, it was a huge learning curve for me. So, I mean, normally if you're a startup SME, SME and startup is the same. So startup is a newer term. And already assess you guys are all SMEs. So at that point, when you have that startup mindset, when you go into a MNC, a listed company, you get hammered with a lot of governance. You got a lot of governance, a lot of accountabilities, your budgets, your check signatories, your processes, your reporting, and so on and so forth. So I wasn't prepared for that mentally. The first 6 months, I thought that I did the biggest mistake of my life. Because for me to even do something, I had to get approval, had to justify it, I had to do a board paper, I had to think about it and do everything and all. First 6 months were hell. It's like I'm reporting to like so many people, so many boards, so many governors and stuff and everything. But the thing is a process of adapting to something new, which made sense because they were doing those things to make sure that, hey, you are having someone else's money, someone invested into you. And whether it's $1 or whether it's 1 million, it's still the same thing as well. Accountability and governance, which is very, very important for any startups who have raised funds. Okay. So that is the thing that I was knocked into. This is how you're going to do it. And the company that bought over us is a financial listed company. They do financial software. So I'm in a board with all accountants. With everybody out there.
And you're the salesperson. Salesperson and accountant is totally different.
Yeah. So it's all, every single one of them. So these guys are all the MMA, CPA fellas, the ACCA guys and all the guys and everything and all. But the good thing was they were all older than me. They were all 50s and I was 30. So I was the young one. I mean, I was the subsidy director, but they allowed me to come to the main board meetings as a director as well, sit and listen to them and all. But they taught me a lot of things on how to run a business with that model, how to do it.
Yeah,
so
you know what, Ruben? I just wanted to add a little bit on that. For me, just this few months with you and your team, Gan, that has been also my biggest learning curve. Because me and Nini, we used to run our own small business. We do a startup, we make a decision, today itself, we can implement, right? We want to hire, we can hire, we want to fire, whatever we want to do, we can do. But I think a few years ago, we started to do more of the planning and stuff like that. I never knew the level of paperwork and level of accountability until your team gave me a whole checklist of the things that I needed to do just to start fundraising. We're talking about 50 items, which we kind of have it everywhere, but to put it all in one place, maybe more lah. I'm just being nice, right? I don't want to scare those people who are listening. Yes, maybe it's more than that, right? But I had to have a special team just to help me with this. And then, you know what? I was lucky that my team can run by themselves, because if I was the type of founder or business owner that have to do the day-to-day, I don't think I could do this, right? Cannot. I had to depend 100% on my team to run the business, and I had to focus totally, like 99% of my time, and focus on this documents, this accountability, this planning, this modeling, right? I get you, man. And that one is not even your level yet. That one is just me as an SME trying to do this tiny fundraising. So I get a little bit feeling of that.
Khalif, you know what? I want you to say more about Ruben as well as Beyond 4, right? So I remember this. I think you wouldn't know this, Ruben, that the first time that I met you was the first time that I made a commitment to, okay lah, I'll be part of Yes Hello. Is when Khalif brought me to Menara HLX, to Beyond 4's office, right? Okay. I guess maybe because he knows that when I am there to meet you and see you present, see you run the masterclass, right? I will be impressed, right? So Khalif, my question to you would be, right? I know that there's huge plans for Yes Hello. There's so much of passion in you in building Yes Hello, because I'm part of your team and also your wife, right? So I see how you are so committed with Yes Hello. And I just want you to share a little bit on, getting into this ECF, because you've not spoken about, you never thought that, you need that much of funds, right? To run Yes Hello and to scale Yes Hello. But you chose Beyond 4 to go through this. I'm glad, right? I'm glad how Beyond 4 have been chasing us. How it's like they are more committed to Yes Hello. It feels like this. Beyond 4 is more committed to Yes Hello than Yes Hello is committed to Yes Hello. It kind of feel like that, right? Why Beyond 4, Khalif? What kind of impact do you see growing together with Yes Hello? And how do you see Yes Hello will be bigger, creating a scaling impact, scaling growth, right? With powered by Beyond 4.
Yeah,
and Ruben,
so
of course.
the mindset is this. So Nini and I have been bootstrapping. So we bootstrap every single project that we do. We always bootstrap and we always start with zero, right? We sell first. This is our strategy. Nini and I, we sell first, and then we got sales, and then we figure out how to deliver, right? And of course, because we know we have connections, we have whatever, we can deliver every single time. But it's always been like that. But with this new thing, one thing we're doing software. So software is new, right? Software is a service. Before it's only service. So that's one new thing. And I never knew how super scalable software can be. So before, my mindset has always been, service, we can only scale as big as a team, but software is as big as, it's just so crazy. So I came to a point where me and the team were doing okay. Our monthly recurring was good. Our, we are at around hovering at break even, and a lot of our accelerator punya mentors were saying, Khalif, you just keep on doing this. You don't have to take any investors. You can go on. You'll take a little bit slower, but it's okay. You can get there. No need to give any shares. Just do it. So I had this choice. Do I want to keep on doing this and slowly growing? I have so many plans. I can, I like to go coaching. I get people advice. I go online. I pay for training and stuff like that. So many ideas, but I cannot implement because not enough cash. I need to hire a new team member lah. I need to get license lah, whatever. But this cash is always the thing that, if I only had cash, I could do that. If only I can spend more, I could do that, right? So in my heart, it feels like opportunity is popping, but I cannot take this thing because we don't have enough team members. So in the first few months, I was like, okay lah, it's okay. You're right. I will just not raise and I will bootstrap and I will own 100% of this. And when it grows, I can do whatever I want. But then one company suddenly in Singapore naik. Another company in Indonesia. And company, I'm like, it's only a matter of time when another company similar is going to be in Malaysia, right? It might not be this year, but it might be in 2024. Do I want to take that risk or not, right? I have all these people who want to support me already now. So, okay lah, right? Let's do it. So I was looking around trying to raise and people were like, okay, interesting, I want to, but this document tak ada lah, due diligence this lah, blah, 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 lah. So in my head, it's like, wow, actually, it's not as easy as it is to fundraise. So when we met Ruben and Ruben gave me this offer, I was like, wow, this is perfect. I know I want to raise and somebody's going to hold my hand. And now those plans that I want to do, I can do, right? So we're talking about, from just impacting a few hundred people to impacting thousands, maybe tens of thousands of businesses. And then Ruben is talking about Singapore, Indonesia. We're talking, I already have companies from like 9 other countries, but 1 or 2 or 3 only. What if in every country I have 100, I have 1,000 of this, that now I can go and fly over there. I can do my courses. I can do this impact, but not just in Malaysia, but it's all these other countries, right? And when I see other startups who've raised, who open, branches here and there, like, oh man, that's what I want, right? I want to be able to not just become Jago Kampong, but Jago Southeast Asia, do something. And one of my mentors asked the other day, Khalif, what is your goal really, right? What is it that you want? Is it money? Is it financial freedom? What is it that you want? So I'm going to share with you right now. Okay, well, what is it? This is the aha moment I had day before yesterday with 2 of the mentors. This was the founder of Kaki Tangan and founder of Opus Capital. These 2 guys, we sat down, we had dinner. He asked me, my answer is this. I want to be able to, after Yes Hello, doesn't matter when, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, I don't know when, but after Yes Hello, what I want is, I want to have a reputation where no matter what project I do next, it'll be easy for me to do the project. Anybody who want to join the team, right? I want to be like, when I see other founders like Azran, he can raise like that. He wants to do whatever project, he will get the support, right? Let's say that Fave guy, right? If he wants to do he can do whatever. Like the Kaki Tangan guy also. If he wants to now do another project, he can. Same with you, Ruben, right? That's what I want. It's not really so much about the money. It's about later on to have this reputation that, Khalif, and his team and Nini. Yeah. If he's doing that, I think you better get on board. So that is the actual goal, personally and selfishly, right? But to get there, I have to, of course, do the impact with my internal team. I have to make my investors make money. I have to have my customers be happy with me. So it's all these things that need to happen now in the next 5 to 7 years to have that goal happen. So I don't know whether that makes sense to you guys or not.
Yeah, but if you were to go specific, right, Khalif, how do you think that Beyond 4 Ruben is contributing to that? I know, right?
What do you tell me? Why you start it off, What do you think? What do you think from outside looking in?
Okay, so I've been in a fundraising journey, right? And I would say this, Ruben. I'll it is mind blowing how committed your team members are to our day-to-day. The hand-holding is just crazy, Ruben. And it's daunting, right? The experience of getting into fundraising, because we know as we fundraise, we are able to scale growth and we are able to scale impact. Whatever passion or whatever vision whatever aspirations, right, can be achieved as we get into fundraising. And that is about buying trust, right? Buying trust. And of course, that is the front part, aspirations, trust, and all that. That is the front part. But what people don't know, the info memo, the term sheet, the financial roadmap, the shares,
the due diligence,
the due diligence, the numbers.
I hear it also, I get stressed.
Right? So I must give it to you and your team, Ruben. That, right, I have not experienced, and I don't know what you call this, an ecosystem, a support system, that is as solid as Beyond 4, yourself and your team to target. And on top of that, right, that they when they meet me, right, I feel so wanted in the space. I feel like, okay, I can do anything. It feels like when I go to Menara HLX, I feel like that is my office as well. And I love the free coffee, though. I love the free coffee.
Everything is there, even.
Everything is there, right? So that's me. What about you, Khalif?
For me, I think it's the comparison of that. I've seen you, Nini, right? Trying to fundraise last time. People will give you this here, Nini. Here's the whole 100 things for you to do. Go ahead and do it. Once you're ready, you come to me. How are we supposed to do anything with that? So when I saw you do that, I was like, oh, I don't know whether I can do this or not, right?
And I have to pay money. Every single thing I have to pay money. And like tens of thousands of ringgit for each document.
For each document, to consult them.
Exactly.
Wow.
So for me, also, I don't know whether can or not, right? So that's why when I told Nini about this, Ruben, that they're gonna hold my hand and do this, Nini was like, no way, no way. They always say this, and then they let you do on your own. I was like, maybe, I don't know, right? That's the feeling. But that's the value. The value is that this success is actually your success also. I think the model works. The model works where if I don't succeed in this, you also don't succeed. You also don't succeed, right? And I think that's better rather than other models where doesn't matter if we raise or not. The money is already upfront. We already paid the consultant. We already paid them. They already win. It doesn't matter we raise or not. So I think that is the biggest thing. And we are coaches ourselves. So we know that when we onboard our customers, that we want to have a stake in their success, then my team will be committed. But teaching and guiding is two totally different things. So I think that guiding and coaching is the biggest value, Ruben.
And my personal cherry on top would be, right, your team members. So I'm going to outwardly say their name, Nash and Naomi, right? They speak my lingo. I am a branding person. Okay. I am anal about branding, messaging, word by word, color by color, emoji by emoji. I'm just so anal about it, that, right? And that is a huge part of this. So that is my personal cherry on top. But investors, right? If you are watching this right now, you know that Yes Hello has a great backup. Right? We may not know whatever that we are 100% that we are whatever that we are doing right now, but we have a solid backup. And this solid backup is 100% committed to us. So yeah, what do you have to say, Ruben?
I mean, I guess thanks, guys. I mean, it's good to hear from all you all being the pilot programs, and you guys are saying that all is quite nice to hear this. But I guess a lot of people, a lot of ecosystem people forget to think that the most important thing in this whole journey is the startup, is the founder. So everybody needs to understand that the most important people in an accelerator program, in anything done by the government itself, I would say, anyone done any rollout or anything and all, the most important thing is the founder and the startup. If we all can come terms to that and empower the startups and the founders, everything will work on well for Malaysia, and we can accelerate faster. Nobody needs to take advantage of each other as well. No one. So that's the part that I'm giving at. So to do something like this, you need to have a lot of empathy. The key was empathy, because you have to go through the journey first yourself. That's when I realized that what happens to all the other startups out there, like all of y'all and everybody and all, who goes through the journey and seeing a VC, seeing a this, seeing a that, seeing consultants, seeing people, they don't get that they want, they get frustrated, they don't go on to their startup journey, their startup doesn't go scale up, and then it goes down. So just a lot of ideas, a lot of people who has a lot of strength and a lot of passion to do it, but over the years, they lose it because they don't have the right ecosystem to guiding them and doing it. And it doesn't help the whole ecosystem overall for Malaysia. So we are coming from a point, at least Beyond 4 and at least the team, all of us the team, coming as a point in saying that the most important people are the startups.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's a great thing. I feel it, right? And not just saying it, I actually feel it. And then you also mentioned just now while we were in the pre-chat, you mentioned about Khalif. Let's talk about your strategy, right? Moving forward, we're going to be going pre-live soon. You mentioned about our fundraising plan. That how to get to 1 million as fast as possible.
How to get to other countries.
Other countries and scaling. So, talking about governments, strategies. So maybe you want to get into that a little bit, right? It'd be great if the guys can also hear what is it that you want to, talk about. Maybe you can touch on a little bit of strategy here.
Actually, Khalif, I would like Ruben to wrap up this conversation with that. But really, what I would like to ask Ruben first. So, Ruben, hold that thought. You can park the thought somewhere, right? Because I know you're a man.
Ask me again later.
Okay, I'll ask you again later.
Okay.
But, what did you see with Yes Hello? I know that Yes Hello is one of the finalists at Yayasan Pahang Accelerator, right? And you brought Yes Hello to phase 2, right? But again, being the 3 startups who is in the pilot of phase 2 of Beyond 4 XP program, right? What did you see? Yes Hello, how Yes Hello is creating impact, and how Yes Hello are able to scale its impact and growth.
Okay, actually I saw in 2 things. The most important thing is when we see is you always see the people person. So I know Khalif's background. I mean, before that, he even came in the program, the accelerators and stuff and all. I like his journey because he's been through and through also a salesperson. Going there, seeing clients, getting the deals done and everything and all. And we went through a spell during the COVID. COVID was the best spell, managed to rebrand, rebuild it, and pushing out again. So in that sense, as a person, I know he's a guy who doesn't take it. If the chips are down, he'll make sure that he still pushes through and get it done. So it's the determination and the thing that's very important for me when I see a person that it doesn't matter. You might not have the skills of selling skills. You might not have the skills of technical skills. You might not have the skills or the knowledge or whatever. All those things can be learned, can be taught, you see. But the skill to survive, to preserve, to make sure that even though you get hammered and you're still there, that's what we look at. How do we do it? So why we do through this ECF journey is because it's also the point of you getting bombarded with so much of documents, so much of due diligence, so much of things, and you're still doing it, and you're doing it, and you're getting it right. But you really only need to do it once right. Once you get this thing done right, your subsequent fundraisings are so much easier. It's so much more easier because everything is done already. The second thing is the product. Your product is a wonderful product. You know why? Because it impacts lives of other startups, SMEs, and founders as well. The true bread of anything is every single thing is revenue, is sales. The stories of you getting a company with this much of sales, after 3 months getting this much of volume of sales, the bigger companies from this much of sales getting this much of sales, it impacts lives of the startup founder, which the person can actually grow faster, more sales, more revenue. And in a way, he'll be able to hire more, provide more for his family, provide more for his children, provide more for his parents. You see, these are the things that we look at businesses that impacts lives directly. You guys might be looking, you all know, everybody might be looking at Yes Hello as a product that increases the sales revenues to SMEs from here to here. But that is only one startup they can impact. Imagine they can impact 1,000 startups, 2,000 startups, 10,000 startups. Revenue doubles in a year. Even from 100 to 200 is 100% X growth. You can do so many things, 2X. You can do so many things, you see, from that. So I feel that Yes Hello has two things that's strong in that. One is the founders, Khalif. I don't think so he will ever be put down, and there's always like a Rocky Balboa kind of thing. He takes a hit and he comes back again, he comes back again, he comes back again. So that's going to happen. So I'm the typical kind of person as well. We build through companies through all the hardships and stuff, and we managed to go through. And I love to work with those kind of founders, those kind of people. That's one. Second is your product impacts lives. So like how knowledge can impact the lives of people, getting them jobs, getting them stuff. Your product affects the lives of businesses. We get more revenue, more sales, and they become better. So these are the two things that in my barometer kind of a hit is how we put everything in place and showing. Yeah.
Nice one. I would like to deviate what you have just shared, right, Ruben, to, you said it directly impacts lives, right? And, I would give a testimony of Khalif, right? So I cannot give this testimony for myself because I'm still a workaholic. I like to work until night time, until Khalif says, "Oi, masuk bilik," like I would like to go come. But Khalif has this discipline of until 6 p.m. he'll cut off and nothing about work. And I am zipped, right? I cannot talk about work at home, right? After office hour. Okay. So that is how Yes Hello have transformed Khalif, because he used to be a workaholic as well, right? So impact, contributing direct impact to lives, right? How important is that in a business? How important is that to be in a radar of each startup founders to start with? What impact am I creating? Because we know this, Sinek says this, right, in his golden circle concept or theory, right? That your purpose, your why, that is your impact. How important it is from your opinion, Ruben?
For me is, let's say I put myself, let's go back 15 years back. As a startup founder, at that point of managing a startup, which is a 1.6 million negative balance sheet, loss, owings and whatever and all we had, it was impactful for me to find a way to create more revenue. I had no choice. I had to find a way to either double up my revenue, triple up my revenue, find a way to make sure to do it. And it was crucial for me to make sure that I had cash flow, I had enough money to pay the bills, and I had enough money to create more revenue every month on month so that I'd be able to do all the stuff. And as a startup founder then, I had no Yes Hello then. I never had. So I don't have Yes Hello, you see. So for me was, I couldn't scale as fast as I could. So I had to do it through the conventional way of meeting clients one by one clients, talking to them, doing it and blah, blah, and all. But just imagine, fast forward. Ruben is today, now at the moment, I have the same company, which is negative 1.6 million. And next thing you know, Yes Hello pops up and says, hey, I have this solution for you. You can still do your sales, but you can probably do it double or triple the faster way. It impacts my life because I know I will need something like this to get out the rut that I'm in. I am in a rut, so I need to do something to get it out. So I will fully go on board and get YesHello, put it into my whole sales cycle and whichever, in my team and everything, and push forward. That's impactful for me. And I feel a lot of startups need that now as well, because it's never about your product. It is your product, it is your stuff and everything. But the most important thing is, can you become revenue? Can you become sustainable? And can you break even or not? How fast are you going to do it before your money runs out? Yeah.
Nice one, Ruben. Khalif, anything you would like to add or ask Ruben before we get on into wrapping up? And me asking, or you can ask Ruben back the question, because that is the wrap-up question.
Yeah. I think it was great. Ruben brought up when we were in the pre-chat just now that you mentioned, Khalif, let's talk about the strategy after when you are raising, right? So you talked about my fundraising plan. So maybe you can bring that up a little bit, and so that people can hear what is this, that, what kind of conversations that we will have if we're under Beyond 4, how to get a 1 million fundraising fast. So maybe they can also hear that what kind of strategies that if a startup wants to fundraise together with Beyond 4, what that will look like, right? And we can touch a little bit about your idea with this B2G that you planted in my brain just now. Like, interesting. So go ahead. Whatever that you want to start first.
Talking about fundraising is a very exciting process, and it's very time consuming as well when you start a fundraising plan, because you have a start date and an end date. So this is where investors should know that rather than getting investors who just put in money and just say, okay, I'm putting in money and I'm just going to step back. It's always good to have investors who put in the money and also contribute in terms of their network, their businesses, they're opening the roads and so on and so forth. That's where you'll be able to get those investors who are in the journey with you, not because only for the money, but they also want to create impact in what they want to do as well. So those are the things that we look at. We try to connect those kind of investors into the group, into the startups that come under the ecosystem. So we look at those investors who money, yes, impact also, yes, and also meaningful purposes, like I said, building meaningful purposes for the startup journey. Because when they come on board as a startup, they're not only coming in for that exit point of view. Gone are the days where there are everybody who wants to put in the money into a startup and just hoping that they make it happen. Maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago was a bit more easier, and maybe it was just booming. But now the space is becoming crowded. A lot of startups, a lot of ideas, a lot of stuff. But also a lot of investors are also looking at which one should I invest in, which one that gives me an exit and also gives me an impactful journey as well. So what we do is we make sure that the investors who come in gets the impactful journey first, then the exit. We try to put the priority first on the impactful journey first, because the impactful journey is the one that will add a lot more value than the money that they bring. See, it's not about the money anymore. It's about
you're saying that in this choosing the investors part, one is for me to have an idea of what type of business or what type of investors that I ideally want to look for as one.
Correct.
And you're saying also you also have an idea of which you already like introduced to me like a couple already, right? So those are the two. I think there's two value. You're putting my mindset there already, and I appreciate your introductions, Ruben. That's really great. Is that one standard thing that you do with all startups, that you introduce investors to them?
Yes, I do. So when they come into the phase 2 of the program, is where the fun is much more fun in phase 2 actually. Because in phase 2, we sit and we grow the business together. We sit and we grow, we scale, we bring in investors. You're not alone anymore in the journey. You have an ecosystem backing you up, and then it goes through the next couple of years, So in that way is what we do as from Beyond 4 side. That's what we do. Yeah.
Okay. And then you mentioned just now, okay? So if you were to sit down and have a conversation about strategy on how to get to our 1 million fast, so what would we talk about? How would you advise me?
So basically what we'll do is we'll come up with a list of people that that you feel that will be able to give you a certain impact to your business.
Already done.
And they also have a certain amount of money that they can invest into you, they can spare as well. The two things. Those are the two criteria that we look at first from your side. We will look from our Beyond 4 side, our ecosystem of partners and our holders, our shareholders on the cargo level and so on and so forth. We will see, we list down a few of them as well to say that, hey, this is Khalif and this guy, we have already worked with them and this is what we are promoting, that from the Beyond 4 ecosystem. He's the first startup that we feel and coming through the program that will be able to garner as much as possible success rate for whatever we're doing. So you have a next pool of people that are looking at you as well. So to raise that 1 million, there could be one person that giving you a million check, or there could be 10 people giving you 50K, or there could be 20 guys giving you. But the whole idea is whatever money that you receive, is it impactful more than just the cash? That's the question we got to ask. Are they going to be through your journey for the next 7 years or next 5 years? So we need those kind of investors on board that believes in your idea, and then pumps in the cash, and then we all work together towards getting you out there faster.
Nice one. Are you excited, Khalif? Are you
Super excited?
Are your seat panas already?
Yeah, because I know Ruben the first time that we met about his strategy, he said he got the script. He already told me that he got how many times to go in touch. He already know how many to divide. I already, I'm excited for that. I love all this. I love all those those tiny strategy tactics things. I love systems. So yeah, I'm very excited for that. All right,
nice one.
Go ahead.
So I think that I can say this. I told you guys so that 1 hour is going to be really short, right? We are coming towards the end of this podcast already. But this is what I want to do for Beyond 4, right? Because of my wonderful experience, still am in the experience of working together with Beyond 4 through Yes Hello. I would like to have more entrepreneurs be part of Beyond 4 as well. Then if you are part of Beyond 4, we are in the same ecosystem like together like that, right? But what I would like Ruben to do is, Ruben, if people would like to be part of Beyond 4's programs, I know that you have a lot of collaborations, partnerships with Yayasan Pahang, with Cradle, with Pitchin, right? How can entrepreneurs be part of it?
Yeah, we do our cohorts every quarter. There's a cohort out for startups to come on board, to join the programs and everything. The easiest way is just join our cohorts. So when you join our cohorts, you go to the phase 1 of the program, which is the training portion, the master classes, the ad hoc, the mentorings and everything and all. That's where you get engaged with the team and the pool of resources that we have. It all comes on board to you. So throughout that journey, you'll be able to identify yourself what you want to do next. So when you identify what you want to do next, when you're ready, that's when you come into the phase 2, like what you guys are going to now. It's the phase 1. Yeah.
Okay. Who to call, any link to click, or where to go to?
Just go to the Beyond 4 site. You'll just pass Nash number to everybody. Okay. This is Nash. This is the target. Just pass the numbers. These two guys are more popular than me now in the Beyond 4 ecosystem. So just pass their numbers and their contacts and they'll get everything done. But easiest way is to go to the website and just drop a note there.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, what I will be doing is I will be giving you the website for Beyond 4 in the comment area, as well as Nash, team, an awesome team member who is part of Beyond 4 as well, also in the comment area. Khalif, as we wrap up, anything that you would like to add, anything that you learned from this session, anything that you would like to highlight in this session?
Yep, just a quick one. Thanks so much, Ruben. Really appreciate your time and your effort. Thanks, Nini. It's been a wonderful session. Yeah, faster than I thought it was gonna be. Cool. Thanks, Nini.
All right. So again, thank you people for watching. If you feel that this podcast have brought value to you, as you are pursuing your life as a startup founder or co-founder, do share it around, because I feel that I learned something, even though, I've been touching base with Beyond 4 every single day, but I did learn a lot of things from this podcast as well. Again, if you would like to be part of our ECF journey, Yes Hello's ECF journey, powered by Beyond 4 as well as Pitchin, right? Do register your interest through this QR code, or I will be putting the link in the comment area as well. My name is Nini Chong from Yes Hello, and signing out. See you next week on Wednesday. Bye
Bye.
everyone.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Using WhatsApp for your business was supposed to make life easier. But in reality, you're losing control over incoming WhatsApp inquiries and support messages. Your team needs to keep copying and pasting the same messages over and over, scrolling endlessly to find the right chats and forgetting to follow up with customers. We understand how frustrating it can be. We believe customer service using WhatsApp should be easier. That's why we came up with Yes Hello, a cloud CRM built for WhatsApp customer service. Yes Hello lets your team manage all of your WhatsApp conversations in one place. Yes Hello makes it super simple to manage your customer relationships with a shared team inbox, automatic assignment of new clients, automatic follow-up and reminders, client grouping, tracking, reporting, and activity logging, text snippet shortcuts, shareable files, chat box automation, bulk sending, and even personalized message templates that you can send in 2 clicks without typing or copying and pasting needed. Customer service using WhatsApp has never been easier. When your customer service team has the tools and support they need to be successful, they'll give your customers a significantly better experience. So what are you waiting for? Try Yes Hello for free. Sign up now at yeshello.com.